showing you a bit more of the Aula Max of University College Cork, as in the Great Hall, but this will have to be exterior tourism. Anyway, on we go. Have to take shelter quite soon because unfortunately there's a light but persistent rain and I don't wish to catch cold. So look at that, the ivy growing on it, giving it this pleasing patina of age and gravitas. And see this almost immaculately manicured lawn and the many flower beds here. Often they keep off the grass signs. There's a graduation photo from the family I've seen here, and that says keep off the grass. Everybody's on the grass. There we are. So skull and crossbones is one of the symbols of UCC, and it's the emblem of all their sports teams, because obviously medicine was one of the things that was taught right from the beginning. Stanislaus Joyce, as in father of James Joyce, he was an undergraduate here. And really in Cork, or in Munster generally, I mean certainly in the 20th century, almost anybody was anybody after the 1920s was here. I'm just sort of think the writer Sean O'Fowlawn. Okay, looks like a bit of a chapel effect. I did spend some time here in 1997. I wasn't enrolled here, and I was back here doing some research in 2004. The O'Reilly building. And there was a rugger field here in the 60s. Pity it's not there anymore. I can't think what else. A chaplaincy. Well, it's huge. And they obviously have a refectory. Some archives up top, you know, handwritten documents from well into the 19th century. So, yeah, obviously you can do most mainstream subjects here. Surprising number of people here. Now there's Cork University Hospital, so the medical students spend a lot of their time there. It used to be called a regional hospital, but in the early 90s it was renamed because they felt it would help people's career more if they had been at Cork University Hospital doing their, whatever it's called, internship. Okay, this is a better view of the Aula Max. Okay, and then it's got this statue of Boole, who was an academic here, that he wasn't actually, was never undergraduate here. The thing is, he had no degree, but this was in the early 19th century when you could perceive to be a learned person and not have one, and obviously to be an academic these days, well, a PhD is the entry-level qualification. So how about this? Very aesthetically pleasing, don't you think? I remember Thomas Babington Macaulay, in his History of England, he did a bit on Ireland, and he said that Cork possesses a college worthy to stand on the high street at Oxford. Well, high praise indeed. Okay, the Boole Library, Livre Lawn, probably mispronounced that, meaning library. Okay, then I'll show you a bit over here. So the old county jail, or is it city jail, whichever one's right here, obviously long since closed, and a bit of those buildings absorbed into the university, obviously demolished and reworked in some cases. That's where they eat, if you want. So there is university accommodation around. I'm obviously showing you main campus. There are lots of other places around the city that they own because it's expanded so hugely. Drama and theatre studies. Often do arts degrees, but that's a sort of a melange of various subjects you pick. Yes, UCC, the skull and crossbones. And can't think what else. So black and red are the colours of the shirts. And we're close to the Bon Secours, as in commonly called the Bons, as in the Good Help Hospital. Now, I'll show you something which in my book is going for the ugliest building in Ireland. How about behind me? How about that? Come on. I know it was built in the 70s, so not a good era for architecture, but really, it's not vernacular. It's not in keeping with the very fine-looking mid-19th century buildings. Someone needs to take dynamite to that one. So I think some of the scientific subjects is taught in there, and very unbeautiful they are too. All right, so you can see a lot of construction work is going on. That's almost as much as we need to show you. The other thing is, I was hoping we'd get to this. So because the city jail was close by, several IRA men were captured, I think particularly after the Dripsy ambush, and they were executed and they were buried here. And obviously, people walk past us every day, often with complete indifference to these guys who were killed. Oh, supposedly they died for you. And the memorial is entirely in Irish, which their dates of death, and blah, 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 and where they're from. Dripsy, and I can't think, Cork itself. Oh, it does have their names in English as well, like Morris Moore, Michael T. Sullivan, and on and on. So I won't go into everything. And then it's got the plaque in the middle saying Fianna Fáil as in Soldiers of Destiny. Okay, well, I won't try and translate it. I'm not terribly good at Irish. So there we are. So I think this bit would have been in the prison. And obviously the prison wall's been demolished and hardly any of the prison exists. There is the gatehouse of the prison exists, just beside La Retraite convent for nuns. I don't think there are any nuns there anymore. But anyway, in the 1940s, obviously most of Ireland was independent. The IRA tried to escape from the prison there, and they were stopped by the guards. There's a shootout, somebody was killed. There's a memorial plaque on that one there. So an area around here was known as Jail Cross, as in crossroads. All right, so perhaps that's enough from a very amateurish tour of UCC. So I don't know enough about the UCC to be able to tell you in greater detail. I shall switch it off now.